Hey guys, so I'm here today to film an impromptu haul for you. This weekend was Shoppers Drugmart Spend Your Points event, and I have had like 95,000 points for the last few months, but when you have 95,000 points on a Spend Your Point event, you get to spend $200, which is insane, and sometimes like when I'm in the store, I'm like, oh my god, I have to spend $200, I don't know what to buy. So I just happened to be in Toronto yesterday because my husband was getting his hair cut and his barber works down there. And we were going to Black Market on Queen Street, and I was like, let me go into the Shoppers, just see what they have, because I mean, even if you spend 50,000 points, you still get to spend $100. So I was like, let me check it out. And as soon as I walked in, I saw this on display. And Sephora had not released this yet. They had just released it online today, actually, so I bought this yesterday in store. And I mean, releasing it online with Sephora, you guys, if you live in Canada, know how long it takes to get stuff shipped from Sephora to you. It'll take like 2 weeks to get to you, so I was super stoked to see this. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm sending my points today. No Shoppers around me carry Urban Decay, so unless you're in Toronto, you can't really get Urban Decay at Shoppers, but I saw this palette, and I just couldn't say no. It has the shades arranged a little differently, as you can see. They have mattes, they have 4 mattes, 4 satins, and 4 sparkle shades, and the sparkle shades are really glittery. I don't know if you can see on my eyelid today, I am wearing the colors High and Armor, which look like this. High is like a shimmery champagne pink. It kind of reminds me of Sin, but like way more sparkly. And then Armor is like a gray taupe with sparkle on it. They're both beautiful shades, but like when I say they sparkle, like they sparkle. I put it on this morning and was like, oh my god, I look like a disco ball. I really love this palette. It's kind of what I wanted the Naked 2 palette to be. I honestly do not reach for my Naked 2 palette that often, but this one is beautiful. I do think the shade, I mean, obviously it's a Naked Smokey palette, so I mean, it's slightly difficult, I think, to get, like an everyday look in this. Like even my look today, I think, is a little too dramatic because it's so glittery, and my only issue is that they don't have a lot of light shades. Like the 3 lightest shades here are all sparkle shades, and then the other light shades they have over here are mattes. So unless you're gonna do an all matte look, or a matte shade all over the lid with a shimmery shade in the crease, which I think kind of looks weird, then you're not gonna be able to get a very wearable look with this. I mean, you can do some beautiful smoky looks, and if you're into wearing dramatic looks during the day, which I am usually, you'll be able to get some wear out of this. But yeah, I do think that it's definitely a more dramatic palette, and when I originally saw it, I thought, oh, well, there's lots of shades that you could use to like have an everyday look. But I think because the lighter shades are all those like really sparkly shades, I don't know what they're called. I know these are mattes, these are satins, and these on the card or the back, I think, says they are mattes to satins to shades with sparkle. So it doesn't really say what they're called, but they're shades with sparkle, and they are really sparkly on the eye, which I like and I think is beautiful, but it's a little much for the daytime. So just something to consider, but I'm honestly not regretting picking up this palette. It's so gorgeous. It's gonna be like my go-to palette for going out and for all the times. It was $64, which is the same price as the palette on Sephora, and I absolutely love that the packaging is magnetic. I like the original Naked packaging, even though the suede's kind of messy. I like how simple it is. I hate the packaging for Naked 2, which I think is the same for Naked 3, because it's like that tin that you have to like pry open, and it's so annoying. So love this packaging. I'm so excited to play around with this. I'm stoked. And then with it, you get a double-sided brush. It has a pretty precise crease brush. Actually, it's a really dense, precise crease brush on this side, and then more of like a domed pencil brush on the other side, which I like will be nice for smudging out the lash line and stuff, which is kind of like a perfect brush for this. And so is the crease brush, because you can, I found with dark colors like this, it's hard to apply them into the crease. You use a very precise brush, or if you blow it out too much, you look like crazy. So yeah, I love it. The only other downfall I find to the palette is that the lightest color, which is called 13, is a matte white. And I find that it's way too icy for a highlight. Like, it's pretty white on me. I think it'd be way too light for deeper skin tones, because I find it too light, and I'm an NW15 or NW20. So for me, personally, the lightest color for highlight is way too light, and then the other light color High is, I think it's called High. Yeah, it's called High, is too shimmery to be a too glittery to be a highlight. So it's one of those palettes that I think will be very beneficial to use if you have something like the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette to work with it. I have tons of matte shadows and other shadows and the other naked palettes to go along with it, so I'll be fine. But I think that if you're looking to invest in a naked palette, don't go this route first unless you're really comfortable wearing really smart, really dark smoky looks all the time. And then I also saw that they had the Urban Decay Matte Revolution lipsticks out. I saw them on display and this one I could pick up myself, but the other ones I was like, do you have the Matte Revolution lipsticks? And the girl was like, oh yeah, they're right there. And I was like, no, but like to buy. And she was like, yeah. And I said to her, I love that you guys have all this stuff out before Sephora even has it. Like, I'm so excited. And she was like, yeah, I'm not really sure if these are supposed to be out or not yet. And I was like, okay, great, give me 3. So I picked up 3 colors. I really love that the colors, the packaging is the Urban Decay on the front, and then on the back, it actually has the color swatch on the top and along the back, which is good in case when you're out with somewhere like Shoppers where they get the colors for you. You can at least see that they got you the right colors. So I picked up Matte Bittersweet, which is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It is a beautiful pinky purple color. I absolutely love it. And this formulation, this is the only color out of the 3 that I've worn, but this formulation is just to die for. They remind me of the Maybelline Creamy Mattes, but they're even creamier than that. I mean, I'm the kind of person where, I guess technically the finish is a matte, but I would almost call it a satin finish. Because even when it comes to Urban Decay's eyeshadows, their satin finishes are really like pretty glittery for a satin finish. So I would say their original formula, I have Mrs. Mia Wallace in their original formula, and it's whatever their regular formula is, and I find it way too glossy for me. This is more of I would call it a matte satin or even just a satin, but I think it's totally beautiful, totally comfortable on the lips. If you're looking for a matte that isn't drying, this is what you want. Like, I mean, when I think matte, I think like the ColourPop lipsticks and liquid lipsticks and MAC's retro matte finish, where it's like really matte on your lips, or like the NARS matte lip pencils, whatever they are. Like, I think of like really matte lipstick. This is not I would call it a matte finish, but it's not too glossy for me. Like, I'm the kind of person that finds anything that's slightly glossy like awful on me, so this is like the perfect finish. So if you like matte lips or satin lips, this is awesome. If you kind of want to dip your toe into the matte lips idea, this is where you should go also. And then the next color I picked up is called After Dark. Looks like this. This reminded me of Rebel, but I think it's, oh my god, it's so pretty. I haven't worn this one yet. I haven't even swatched these like in real life yet. So this is Bittersweet. This is After Dark. I literally bought all the purples they had. This is like a deep berry color with a little bit of a wine undertone. So pretty. I think Rebel's probably more pink than that. And the last color was, I actually just was like, oh, can I get Bittersweet and After Dark? And she was like, yeah, sure. And then she was like, oh, I'm wearing this one, Blackmail. And I was like, yep, need that one too. I literally, because it was like black in the packaging and it was like over to the side, I didn't even notice it. But this is what Blackmail looks like in the packaging. Kind of terrifying, which is totally up my alley. Like, I'm the kind of person that wears black lipstick, so whatever. But if you see it swatched, it's like a deep purple color. But if I was to like blend it out, it kind of reminds me of Revlon Black Cherry, where it's very terrifying in the pan, but you can wear it like pretty light on, or like OCC's Black Dahlia. You can wear it pretty light on and blur it out, and it's like this beautiful burgundy color. I absolutely love these. The formula is so good. I've heard that Blackmail is a little bit harder to work with, but I'm so excited by these. I love the packaging. I think the original Revolution lipsticks come in like more of like a gunmetal color, whereas this is like a black and you open it and it's the purple inside. I just love it. I think they're a great formula. I'm so glad I picked these up. They were $26 each, which again is the same price as Sephora. And then the other thing I picked up, actually I picked up 2 more things. I picked up the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum because I've been eyeing this forever, and I was at a Spend Your Points event, and when I'm at a Spend Your Points event, it's like you have to buy everything because you're trying to make up that money. I picked up the color F51 Vanilla Light Vanilla. I think it's a little, I'm wearing it today and I think it looks okay on me. It's just a little yellow toned. for me personally. This is a swatch of it on me, so it looks a little like really yellow on me, but I mean, once I blend it out with my beauty blender, it kind of works. I might see next time in Shoppers, I'm gonna try to swatch the next one up. When I swatched it in this store, it definitely felt too dark for me, but then maybe like the testers were mixed up or something, so I like swatched the two of them and was like, nah, this one looks way better, that one's way too dark, so I just grabbed this one. But I like the way it looks on me. It's a really nice formula. Yeah, it looks nice. It's like a radiant foundation. It was $28, which is slightly pricey, but I mean, I got it for free, so yay to free makeup. And then the last thing I picked up was the Urban Decay blush in the color Video, and this is what it looks like. I am totally obsessed with like brown blushes lately. Like I was gonna get Fetish, which was like the shade next to it, which was like a pinky brown, and then I was also gonna get Rapture, which kind of reminds me of NARS Sin, and I honestly love this blush so much. I've only worn it once, just today, and I honestly think that next time I go to Sephora, I'm gonna pick up either Fetish or Rapture, because I think these blushes are fucking amazing, and I'm the kind of person that like, I've never been a blush person. I've always just like, I like blush and I understand the purpose of blush, but I've never found a blush that just make me go head over heels except for NARS blushes. But honestly, these blushes are so buttery and beautiful. This is a swatch of it on this finger here. I've swatched it here on my hand. It's just honestly an amazing blush and I love it. It's like buttery, but not too buttery, not like too pigmented where it's hard to work with. I had to layer it up a little bit this morning and I honestly love it. I am definitely gonna buy another one. And the cool thing is, I'm not sure if you can tell, but the Urban Decay in here, it's like there's like a mesh netting on the inside and it's actually clear, so it actually shows you the color. So if you have multiples of these, you can look through it and see the color. And then also Urban Decay has their patented swatch on the back, which I'm loving that they're doing recently, so that you can see exactly what color it is. I honestly didn't want to get this blush because I didn't like the name. Like, Urban Decay always has the most badass names. Like, they've got, you know, After Dark and Blackmail and Fetish and Rapture, and then this one was just called Video, and I was like, that's lame. But the color is amazing. I've been obsessed with brown blushes. I've been wearing nothing but NARS Madly or Lovejoy or MAC Tenderling or MAC Blush Baby, and they're all like nude brown blushes or brownie pinks, so I just kind of figured this fit. But I definitely think I'm going to pick up Fetish, and probably in the fall I'll pick up Rapture because it's just so beautiful. So yeah, I picked all this stuff up. My total came to $205 before tax, and I also bought like 2 pops while I was there because my husband wanted to drink and so did I. And so I ended up paying $32 because I have to pay the tax obviously for all of this stuff, which is amazing. I would totally recommend doing the Shoppers Optimum points. I always go in there and buy stuff whenever it's a 20 times your point event. I just stock up on things I need, like the Shiseido cotton rounds and like cleansers and stuff, and then I build up my points throughout the year until there's a spend your points event, and then I go crazy and buy makeup, and I have absolutely zero guilt because I was actually gonna buy the Urban Decay Naked palette online anyways, and now I got it for free, so get it. So yeah, that is everything that I picked up at Shoppers, and I would honestly cannot recommend the matte lipsticks enough. I'm obsessed with them. I would buy more colors, but none of the other colors really appeal to me. There's like, the only other color that appeals to me is Bad Blood, which is literally a dupe for Mrs. Mia Wallace, and I have so many matte reds that I just can't buy it, but I really do hope they expand the matte line because I will totally buy more. I'm obsessed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye.